Hi Marty, good to see you. Just wanted to check on a few injuries at the club at the moment. Ricardo, James Justin, Victor Christiansen all missed out last weekend. How are they doing ahead of this first game?
Yeah, all of them are obviously improving after a few days. Ricardo got a minor muscular injury. He's still working on it, so most likely he will not be available for the game, but we don't expect him to be a long time away. Then the second one is Victor. As I said, he got a collision, an unfortunate one, during a practice, and he's on treatment, so he will miss as well the game. James Justin will be available for the game. He just picked a small knock, and he's all right and has been training well.
Any other fresh injuries ahead of this one?
No, touch wood.
I wanted to ask about the transfer market as well. Wilfred Ndidi has completed his move to Besiktas today. He's been a big player for this football club over the years. I wonder, when you look at your squad, how big a miss he might be over the next season.
No, definitely, as you said, I think that Wilf has been here for a long time. He achieved a lot of good things for the club, and he has been a really strong player for the team, for the club. So just to say thank you and wish him all the best in his new step, and have full faith on the players we got currently in the squad. There is a lot of potential, as I said, and I'm very pleased with what I've seen in the training so far.
Are you expecting any more departures over the next few days and weeks?
Well, definitely there is conversations around some players. There is interest around some of them, and I think that's the reality of almost every football club in the country, right? So some things might happen, but in any case, my target is to make sure that everybody who is here is 100% committed. Everybody is training at really high level and preparing the next game.
Will one of those likely be Mads Hermansen, the understanding that a deal has been agreed, or a fee has been agreed at least with West Ham?
Yeah, as I said, I cannot comment that much. Obviously, there is interest around him, but if there is any news or updates, the club will do it.
Where are the club in terms of bringing players in? I know we've talked about the squad size before. Is that's still very much the case at the moment?
Yeah, you know what we spoke some days ago. I'm a big believer on, first of all, I'm not very much into very big squads, and I'm aware that Championship is a league that is very demanding, and we play a lot of games. But first of all, I want to make sure that we don't have the bigger squad as it is now. And then second, of course, we are ready to bring players if they will help us to be a better team. At the same time, as you know, I'm very focused as well on to helping and to detect if there is anyone at the academy level or from the young players that is ready to help us. So I think it's going to be a balance in the next weeks.
In terms of the players that are at the club at the moment, I know you said last weekend you would meet with the squad and look to select a new club captain. Has that process happened? And if so, who will it be?
It has happened, and it will be Ricardo Pereira.
What will he bring to that role? He's, of course, worn the armband many times before, but for you personally, what was the selection like for him, and what will he bring to that?
Well, definitely I think that his career speaks by itself. He's a quality player that has been long time in the club. He knows very well the changing room, and what I've seen, the conversations we had together, we had already many over the last weeks. I see the great professional he is, the respect he's got from the players and the commitment he's got with the club, and all these made an easy choice.
You've got plenty of other experienced players, I'm sure, that you'll be relying on as well. Players like Jordan Ayew, who has plenty of experience too.
Yeah, definitely, and that's why as well we got internally what we call a leaders group. So Jordan will be part of it. We got some players as well that will support the captain into certain areas and to help as well to drive the culture, the kind of standards that we want in the club, and to help the young players that are coming in to as well to understand what does it mean to play for Leicester, to play for this badge. And you mentioned Jordan, but there are many as well that, despite different ages, will help on this process.
In terms of the game this weekend in Sheffield Wednesday, a lot has been made of their current situation. I wonder what your thoughts on what is happening at Hillsborough are.
No, I think that I have always full respect for all the positions, and Sheffield is a big club. Obviously, we hear things and we read in media other things, but my full focus is in ourselves. So I always respect a lot the position, but especially in the situation where they are, I think that we don't need to lose our focus, which is to respect, be humble, respect all the position, and I'm sure that perhaps all this adversity, most of times what it creates is a big commitment from the part. So I'm expecting a challenging game and a difficult game because of perhaps the situation they are going through.
I wonder when as well, from your perspective as a manager, a head coach, when you're looking at an opposition who are going through something like this, where they've lost a lot of their players from last season, they may well have to look into their academy themselves this weekend. Does that make it a little bit more unpredictable, a little bit tougher to prepare for when you're looking in terms of what they might bring?
I think there is always a level of uncertainty when you start a season, because per-season games might be a bit different. In the case as well, the last game they played, the friendly game they got against Burnley, was cancelled. So obviously we don't get that much information as usually. But in any case, it's true that I know the coach, Henrik Pedersen, because we play against each other. My time in Norwegian League. I think that what we need to do is, as I said, understand what is the philosophy behind them, understand the current players they got at the moment, but as well to be aware that this will be the first game of the season. It's always a lot about the emotions, a lot about all the teams wants to start with the victory. So the emotional part is very important, and the fact that we can play at home, that our fans, I'm sure, that will be behind us, and that we focus in ourselves, taking as a foundation the performance we got the last week against Fiorentina, understanding it's going to be a completely different game. I think that's where my focus is at the moment.
Martí, thank you very much. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.